This episode of Falmouth in Focus is brought to you by the following corporate underwriter.
John's Liquors, 729 Main Street, Falmouth, 508-548-2287.
Community voices shaping the future of Falmouth, from public safety planning to important conversations on immigration.
We'll take you inside town forums, highlight local resources making a real difference, and honor a lifetime of service from a familiar face in public safety.
Plus, stories of history, culture, and community, from Black History Month programming to local markets, museums, and neighborhood traditions.
It's all ahead on this edition of Falmouth in Focus.
And it starts right now. Hello and welcome to Falmouth in Focus. I'm Michael Kasparian.
And I'm Eileen Preston. Thanks for joining us.
The town of Falmouth is moving forward with plans for a new police station, and community input is a key part of that process.
Recently, town officials and members of the Police Station Advisory Committee hosted a community outreach forum to share a preliminary site plan for the proposed station at 100 Brick Kiln Road and to hear questions and feedback from residents.
The meeting offered an opportunity for the public to learn more about the project, the design process, and the role community voices will play moving forward.
So this second option looks at sort of changing the way that the building presents itself to Brick Kiln Road. Rather than addressing Brick Kiln Road directly and having the main entrance directly off of there, we're looking at this side street that we're creating that goes through the parcel out to Route 28 as an actual roadway itself. So the public would still enter off of the same curb cut off of Brick Kiln and into the site, and all the public parking would be just to the north of the police station. This then being your new front entry to the police station itself. This does a couple of things for us. One, it provides a little bit more security for the police station because we don't have a direct line of roadway access right into the building. Additionally, it allows the public parking spaces to be towards the back of the site that's reserved for future recreation and ball fields, so that there wouldn't need to be a lot of extra parking spaces constructed to support those ball fields. These could be dual used, so both by the public coming to the police department and by the public who are going to be recreating on the towards the rear of the site. Same entry for the police staff coming into the back here. Their staff parking lot is now in this portion of the site, and that is lined with the impound lot, that outbuilding that I described on the first option, and then down on the bottom here is an area reserved for the future firing range. Now it feels like we're taking the back of house and pushing it out to Brick Kiln Road, but in the reality of what's happening, you see all these dashed lines on the side of the screen here. That's your topography. Those are the grades. If you drive by the site, you'll notice that the site kind of dips down. There's a bit of a hill that works its way down to this side of the parcel. We're going to take advantage of the grading such that all of these things that you wouldn't want to see from the public way would be down below grade, behind a row of trees. You really wouldn't see it. It wouldn't be visually there. So this sort of would be hidden from public view. The other thing this test fit does, if you recall back on the first option, we were developing the site all the way back here, again, because all of the public parking was out front. It pushed the building further into the site. In this option, because the public parking is along the north and along the drive, it allows us to move all of our site development and consolidate a lot closer to 100 Brick Kiln Road, preserving more open space for recreation and things like that in the future. So it's really about creating the most efficient use of the site and consolidating as much of the police activities into a smaller area and preserving as much of the parcel for open space and recreation in the future. Ultimately, this option that you see here, which was option 2, was voted as the preferred option by the Police Station Advisory Committee just a week and a half ago. And so that is the one we're starting to develop now.
Community outreach like this is an important step as the town evaluates the future of the police station and its impact on the surrounding area.
That's right. Residents are encouraged to stay engaged as the project continues, whether by attending future meetings or sharing comments with town officials as decisions move ahead.
The town of Falmouth recently hosted a community discussion focused on immigration and the role of immigration and customs enforcement, creating space for questions, dialogue, and shared understanding.
The forum brought together local, regional, and community leaders, including representatives from public safety, human services, education, and advocacy organizations, to discuss how these issues affect residents here on Cape Cod.
Speakers addressed concerns around public safety, access to services, civil rights, and support for immigrant families, while also responding to questions from the community.
I want to raise something that is deeply concerning from a public safety standpoint. Local police departments across the Cape and across the country, our very own Falmouth Police, are encountering federal agents who are not trained to accepted law enforcement standards. They are encountering situations where there is no clear indication of who the actors are, where the actors are wearing masks, where they are refusing to present warrants, where they are failing to de-escalate, where they are using aggressive tactics that violate basic use of force principles, where they are operating sometimes without coordination or notice to local authorities, and where they are operating without regard for the constitutional requirements of due process, equal protection, and reasonable suspicion. These are not approaches that would be tolerated from our local police. These actions would result in discipline, investigation, as well as civil and criminal rights prosecutions. So we need to understand that policing is not just about authority. It's about training, accountability, supervision, and constitutional limits. When ICE agents come into our communities and operate without those guardrails, they put the public at risk. And they put our local police officers in impossible situations. This is a law enforcement reality we cannot ignore. That is why, as an elected official, along with local police chiefs, other sheriffs, and prosecutors, we are speaking out. Not because we oppose lawful enforcement, and not because we oppose law enforcement, but because we believe in it.
Conversations like this highlight the importance of open dialogue and collaboration when addressing complex and sensitive issues.
Town officials emphasize their commitment to supporting all the residents and continuing to work with community partners to ensure access to services, information, and support.
After nearly 4 decades of service, Falmouth Fire Rescue Chief Timothy Smith is preparing to step into retirement.
FCTV sat down with Chief Smith just days before his retirement to reflect on his long career in firefighting, the changes he's seen over the years, and the community he's been very proud to serve.
I have been planning to retire after providing notice to the town manager in September, and my final day here is going to be Friday, January 23rd, 2026. We commonly refer to this as the greatest job in the world. It really is. One of my friends became an aerospace engineer. My other friend went to Harvard and worked in high finance. They all wanted to go to higher education, and I wanted to be a firefighter. And they used to kind of laugh at me, or not laugh at me because they loved me, but they used to joke, you should do more than just want to be a firefighter. Well, one of my friends that went off to higher education will tell me now, he goes, you're the only one that's doing what he wanted to do. You said you wanted to be a firefighter and you became a firefighter. For me, I think that, celebrate with my family, and then thereafter I'm going to take a little bit of a break and then look to see if there's another little opportunity, but I certainly don't want to go full-time again. I've reached that plateau. There's been so much, that has been afforded us in the department in the last several years that, again, I can't thank the citizens in the community enough for their support of the fire department and our personnel.
Chief Smith's dedication and leadership have left a lasting mark on Falmouth Fire Rescue and the community as a whole. I think we're really going to miss him.
We're going to definitely miss him, and we work very closely with him at the Falmouth Chamber, so I'm going to miss him an awful lot.
Yeah.
And we thank him for his nearly 39 years of service and wish him all the best in his well-earned retirement.
That's the truth.
When we come back, we'll explore an exhibit highlighting Cape Cod's military history. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm Karen Delaney, the Executive Director of the Falmouth Service Center. The Service Center is a regional food pantry that is available to any household in need from any zip code. Households can pick up fresh and frozen fruits and vegetables, meat, dairy items, and non-perishable foods. Families often come weekly to pick up groceries from us to help stretch their food budget, which enables them to have more money available for other bills. In addition to food, we also have other services ranging from financial assistance for Falmouth residents to back-to-school programs and special holiday programs. Our hand-in-hand thrift shop in East Falmouth is a resource for families, and the proceeds benefit our FSC programs. All of this is accomplished by a small staff and over 500 active volunteers who are the backbone of our work. If you need help or want to help, please visit our website, falmouthservicecenter.org, or give us a call at 508-548-2794 for more information. Thank you so much.
FCTV's gallery is currently hosting an exhibit by Cape Cod Military Museum. A wealth of photos, military uniforms, and scale models tells the story of what Cape Cod looked and sounded like during conflicts of the 20th century.
As part of February's Black History Month, museum founder Joe Yuckna teamed up with Cape Cod Cape Verdean Museum and Cultural Center curator Barbara Burgo. Together they hosted a presentation called Fighting on Two Fronts: Racism on Cape Cod During World War II. Here's an excerpt of that event.
And Joe Louis was a huge hero to African Americans and to whites, and he was very instrumental in the cause for civil rights. People don't know, but Jackie Robinson was in the 761st Black Panthers, and he was in Fort Hood, Texas, and as a lieutenant, he refused to ride in the back of the bus. And so they were court-martialing him. And Joe Louis came to his defense. And it may have been one of the reasons Jackie learned to control himself when he integrated baseball, is they didn't find him guilty, but they took him out of the 761st Black Panthers and sent him to a supply unit. And he didn't want it, he wanted to stay with his men. I mentioned too that prejudice can be bad. So the 761st Black Panthers trained together for years, much longer than in most units. And they got to read the after-action reports when the U.S. tanks came across Tiger tanks and Panthers and stuff like that. And they actually figured out a German tank could fire a shell that would go through the front armor, through the transmission, through the driver, through the engine, out the other side of a Sherman. Their guns were so much better than ours. But, like I said, they got to read the after-action reports. And all German tanks had hand-cranked turrets. So they would swing very slowly. So what they used to do when they came to a Panther tank is they'd have two Shermans rush up as fast as they could, firing and weaving, because they knew it couldn't track them as they moved. But of course, if they made a mistake, they're dead and get into close enough range where they could take out the Sherman tank. The 761st Black Panthers were the highest scoring tank battalion, independent tank in World War II. But because of prejudice, they were held back, stayed together for years, trained hard against the white tank destroyers, and got to read all the after-action reports.
Here's something we just found out, one of my genealogy society folks. Clarence Clifford Peters, I had heard about, I see some of it is hidden underneath this, I don't know why. He was my third cousin. He was 19 when he died, but what I want you to take a look at is look at the red on the top. What did they do? What does it say in the red?
Changed to white by vote of board.
They first put down his race as black. Cape Verdeans, I'm told, I also worked for the federal government and the Census Bureau. We, as a nation, American rules, we're black. Okay, they say Cape Verdean. We know we were a Portuguese colony, so I've had to understand and appreciate why some of them said that they were white. Because of course, again, discrimination didn't help us. Because if you were non-white, as like we're hearing again today, it was not a very good living, and it was not a very healthy lifestyle. Discrimination hurts everyone, and we were even reduced to maybe non-humans, like who could change that? You see the red X? It was put there purposely because they decided that in a month and a half after he signed that, who gives them the right to tell him whether he's black or white? Or, well, you know, come to think of it, we all know race is a social construct.
FCTV is broadcasting the full Fighting on Two Fronts presentation. Check fctv.org/watch for cable times and ways to stream online.
Very good. Next, we go to the Falmouth Farmers Market. But don't worry, you don't have to be cold while shopping. Come along to Milan Hall Elementary School to see the new winter location.
The market's been awesome for all of the farmers and bakers and makers. It gives us somewhere we could sell that is indoors, and it always draws a really nice crowd. It's a good community here.
So we reached out to the superintendent of Falmouth Public Schools to talk to her about how important it is to have access to local food, and especially the SNAP and HIP benefit here in town. And she agreed and wanted to partner with us. And so we're super excited to be here at Milan Hall Elementary in the gymnasium. If you have an EBT card, please come and visit us at the market. We're the first table right when you walk inside, and we'll tell you all about how to get the most out of your SNAP at the market. Most importantly is that we have 2 farmers that have the HIP benefit, which is the Healthy Incentive Program, and that helps you access $40 worth of free fruits and veggies every month. So what happens is you go to that farmer, you use your card directly with them and purchase your veggies, and the amount comes off your card and then is immediately rebated back onto your card. So that's like $40 worth of free veg. And then for SNAP, if you swipe your card with us at the front desk, we will give you a bonus for extra fruits and veg up to $10 a week. So there's really, really great opportunities to stretch your money here and keep it in the local economy. We have everything from a local Falmouth farm bringing locally raised chicken and pork to greens and veggies. Cold season veggies, obviously, carrots, potatoes, onions, Brussels sprouts, other things we saw today, lots of sourdough bread, lots of cookies. There's a little bit of everything, some chocolates. We even have vegan chocolates today. So there's really something for everybody inside.
Hi guys, this is Gabrini from Belo Dulce. So we are here today at the Farmers Markets, and it's a great community. I'm so happy to be here. We are here every Sunday from 12 to 3, so come join us.
So we have a website, which is falmouthfarmersmarket.com. We also post on Instagram and Facebook, and we post a list of weekly vendors, as well as any weather alerts, which thankfully I want to give a shout out to the DPW. They did a great job clearing out the snow in the parking lot and getting it ready for us to be here today on Sunday after 2 snowy Sundays the past 2 weeks.
There's a lot of delicious looking treats and
Yeah,
produce and tasty foods there. I think I've already picked out my favorite table. Bakery. I'm going to stop there first.
There we go. Still ahead, we'll stop by a longtime community fundraiser at the Woods Hole Public Library and take you to Highfield Hall for a heartfelt and memorable retirement celebration. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Kim Comart, President of the Falmouth Pond Coalition. We confront the challenges facing Falmouth's freshwater ponds and identify potential solutions. If you've never heard of cyanobacteria, nutrient overload, and eutrophication, don't worry. You are just like I was 12 years ago when I moved to Deep Pond in Hatchville. It took time for me to learn about how seriously our ponds are being degraded by septic system effluent, fertilizers, stormwater runoff, and climate change. Wildlife is suffering, and so are property values. In the 3 years since I launched the Falmouth Pond Coalition, we've mobilized hundreds of Falmouth residents to preserve freshwater ponds. We've built collaborative relationships with town government officials and the media, provided alerts about important meetings and events, and disseminated practical information and resources for protecting pond health. And we're making progress. Many people have stopped using fertilizers, had their septic system serviced, and installed native plant buffers along the shore. We're organizing conferences and webinars about topics like ecological landscaping, pond science, and watershed planning. Come hear more about the important work of sustaining the health of our freshwater ponds. The more people who unite behind this mission, the stronger our voice and the greater our impact will be. Visit our website, falmouthpondcoalition.org. Get informed and get inspired about the change that we can make together.
Welcome back. Every Super Bowl Sunday for the last 11 years, Woods Hole Public Library holds their fabric and fiber sale. We got to hear from Vicki Cullen, the chair of the Fabric and Fiber Sale, as well as see some of the great items they sold.
It got started about 11 or 12 years ago when the local fabric store burned. And the people at the library decided that they'd take on the role that Fabric Corner had done a Super Bowl Sunday sale. And so they did it. They got it together very quickly. It was a fairly small sale at that time. This is our 11th one. We skipped one during the pandemic. And we measure all the fabric and mark it. It's sold for $2 a yard, unless it's a really special fabric, in which case we might mark it a little higher. But basically, it's $2 a yard. What we make goes into the operating funds of the library. And we have made, last year we made $13,000, which was the most we've made on this sale. We also have companion sales that contribute to the operating funds. We have a plant sale in the spring and an accessory sale in August. It's a whole mix of people, a lot of quilters. This year we were given a large number of trims from a decorator who had retired and had this large supply of trims that she had been carrying around, and she gave them to us, and that's the sort of thing that happens. We also received the sort of legacy of 2 or 3 quilters who had very large stashes that when they died, their families donated it to us. The library's been a lending library and a community gathering place. It began in I think the year was 1873, under a slightly different name. It was called the Woods Hole Social Library. which a number of other libraries in the area also had that social in their title at that time. And it was sort of incorporated in 1910 when the building was built. It's a very interesting little stone building. It's been expanded since. We also have, as a part of the library family, the Woods Hole Historical Museum, which is open in the summer. So it has a long history.
What a great way to be resourceful. Thank you to Vicki and her team for letting us come and show a prime example of community.
Historic Highfield Hall, up the hill, is experiencing a major changing of the guard. Co-executive director Tara Burke is retiring.
She's been there for almost 6 years, and she's made a big impression. So her co-workers decided to have a little fun with the send-off.
Today we're having a special surprise retirement party for Tara Burke. Everyone has a different face of Tara. Tara at her wedding. We have Tara trivia. We have videos sent in from her volunteers and board members and friends who couldn't be here with us. All of her friends are here to say congratulations on your retirement.
I'm Tara's husband, Paul Burke. I have her phone on my tracker, and she's a little late, so we're trying to figure out where she is.
Well, yes, here's your tiara. Oh my God. You said 10 people. Yeah. Oh, shucks. Probably one of the only times she's ever been late. So, this is a surprise. I'm shocked. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I am just completely grateful and pleased, and I'm going to cry. Thank you. It was a complete moment. I was told one thing and certainly another. I've just been recounting all of my years at Highfield, and it's been just an incredible journey. And I think for me, this is a testament and certainly heartwarming that so many people have come out to congratulate me and send me on my journey for my next chapter in life. Highfield is in my blood. I will certainly not leave here. I will be back to volunteer, and I see one of my volunteer buddies over there. I'm just completely shocked and pleased and certainly grateful. I couldn't have asked for better staff, better colleagues to work with in my life. It's truly been the best job I've ever had.
That's going to wrap up this edition of Falmouth in Focus.
Thanks for joining us and spending part of your day with us.
We'll leave you now with the sights and sounds from a celebration at Highfield Hall honoring the career and contributions of Co-Executive Director Tara Burke.
Until next time, we'll see you around town.
Hi, Tara. Congratulations on your retirement. It's been wonderful working with you all these years. Your dedication to Highfield, your caring about our clients, and all of your help with these weddings and events has been truly appreciated. We wish you a great retirement and happy times. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Congratulations on retirement! Woo! Mom, you are one of the most inspirational people in my life, and you have touched pretty much everyone's life and anywhere you go, and even the ghosts. So I know everyone's gonna miss ya, but you did it. Love ya.
Hey Tara, Tracy Groves here. Happy retirement! Wishing you nothing but the very, very best in your next adventures.
Congratulations, Tara. I hope you enjoy retirement, and thank you for everything. We really appreciate it. Good luck.
Congratulations on your retirement. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. Finally. I'm sure your colleagues don't feel the same way and that they're very sad you're leaving, but I'm very happy for you. I'm stoked, and I'm very proud of everything that you've done at Highfield. So enjoy it, you deserve it, and I love you very much.
Hey Tara, congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you for everything you've done and being such an amazing partner, especially for fighting the good fight with the parking lot over there.
Wishing you many new travels, excitement and fun with your family and your grandchildren, and new adventures ahead.
What up, Tara? Let's go! Way to send you off at the Haggis Robert Burns dinner. We want to thank you on behalf of Pink Door, myself, Linda, the whole team. We love you, we love your energy, we love everything about you. Don't be a stranger in the shop, and congratulations. And learn everything. Relax, go to the beach. Alright, adios.
Hi, Tara. Wow, this is it. Retirement. We wait a long time to get to this point. I know you'll enjoy every moment. It'll give you a little more flexibility in your life. But I want you to know how much you mean to Highfield. You were one of the first people I met when I went up to visit the house. And I got such good vibes that I decided I wanted to volunteer. So you got me involved there, and I very much appreciate it. I wish you well. And I know when you're sitting up at 10 o'clock some night watching a movie on a Saturday and you don't get that phone call that says the alarm is going off, could you get up to the house? You will be so thankful. We will miss you. Best of luck and keep in touch. Love you.
Congratulations, Mom.
Congratulations on your retirement, Mom. We're so proud of you and so excited for the memories to come.
I love you, Rara, and I hope you have a good day.
Hi, Tara. Congrats on your retirement. This is what retirement should be like. Hope to see you soon. Congratulations.